Wireless networks. So let's talk about wireless networks. Wireless networks are computer networks that are not connected by cables of any kind. The use of a wireless network enables enterprises to avoid the costly process of introducing cables into a building or as a connection between different equipment locations. Advantage: mobility. Users can roam around without being disconnected. Reach of the network. It can be extended to places where wired networks simply can't go. Flexibility, scalability. New computers can easily be added without having to pull cables in to support those computers. Disadvantages: speed in general. Speed of a wireless is almost always slower. Security in general is less secure than a wired network. Wireless communications poses formidable challenges for the security professional. Many wireless manufacturers design their devices for easy setup and use, often at the expense of sound security practices. Many wireless devices default to little or no security. A security professional must take precautions to protect sensitive data transmitted over wireless devices. You can use encryption. You can use antivirus, anti-spyware, and a firewall. You can use WPA3 authentication. You can turn off your SSID. And finally, you can change the default password on your wireless access protocol. Case study: Tel Aviv free Wi-Fi network was hacked. One notable example of how easy it can be for a hacker to take over a Wi-Fi network comes from Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv offers a city-wide free Wi-Fi network which incorporates basic security controls to keep users secure on the network. However, it did not prove to be as secure as the city officials thought. While commuting home, Tel Aviv residents, let's call him Mr. X, noticed a new Wi-Fi access point had appeared. The free _TLV access point was provided by the city, and Niederman decided to test its security controls. After determining the IP address through which the Wi-Fi clients access the internet, he disconnected, scanned the router, and discovered the web-based login interface was run through an HTTPS port 443. Virtual private networks, or VPNs. VPNs extend the corporate network securely via encrypted packets sent out via virtual connections over the public internet to distant offices, home workers, salespeople, and business partners. A VPN allows network managers to cost-efficiently increase the span of the corporate network, remote network users to securely and easily access their corporate enterprise, corporations to securely communicate with business partners, supply chain management to be efficient and effective, service providers to grow their businesses by providing substantial incremental bandwidth with value-added services. VPN types include remote access VPN, used to collect or connect telecommuters and mobile users to the enterprise wide area network in a secure manner. Intranet VPN is used to connect branch offices within an enterprise wide area network. Finally, extranet VPN is used to give business partners limited access to each other's corporate network. Risks related to VPNs: lack of required host security software on public machines, physical access to shared machines, endpoints, loss of sensitive information and intellectual property, man-in-the-middle attacks, and finally, hardware limitations. What are some controls that we can put into place for those VPN risks? Security policies and secure access through strong user authentication, host identity verification, host security posture validation, secure desktop, configuration considerations, and finally, user education and security awareness. Let's touch on Bluetooth. Many of us use it. Bluetooth is an open wireless technology standard for transmitting fixed and mobile electronic device data over very short distances. Bluetooth was introduced back in 1994 as a wireless substitute for RS-232 cables. It is a short-range wireless communications technology. It uses radio waves for communication. It is based on a low-cost, low-power, short-range radio link. Speeds, 2.4 gigahertz, and a range is around 10 to 30 meters. Blue snarfing is the unauthorized access to or theft of information from a Bluetooth device. Blue jacking is the unauthorized sending of text messages to a nearby Bluetooth device. Let's talk about some attacks and countermeasures. Again, a countermeasure is an action that you take in order to weaken the effect of another action or a situation or make it harmless. Use Bluetooth for those activities that are not sensitive or confidential. Whenever possible, change the default pins on your devices. Most people don't ever change them. Do not leave your devices in discovery mode and always turn off Bluetooth when it's not in active use. Bluetooth vulnerability. Let's talk about one. Blueborn. Blueborn, a set of 9 exploitable Bluetooth vulnerabilities, was thought to affect close to every laptop and mobile device which used the communication protocol when the bugs were found last year. The airborne attack is difficult to protect against as it does not spread over an IP connection, and traditional antivirus solutions are no defense. RFID, radio frequency identification, is using radio waves to read and capture information stored on a tag attached to an object. A tag can be read from up to several feet away and does not need to be within direct line of sight of the reader to be tracked. RFID risks include business process risk. Interference with RFID results in interference with business processes. Business intelligence risk. Competitors can gain information from RFID and use it to harm the business. Privacy risk. RFID can compromise personally identifiable information wherein tagged items can be traced back to an individual. An externality risk is an example, an adversary gaining unauthorized access to computers or an enterprise network through the IP through enabled RFID readers if the readers are not designed and configured properly. Talk about some security controls that we can use to try to help that risk. Management controls, management oversight, policies, operational controls, controls for admins and users, otherwise known as physical users or physical controls. Technical, using technology to monitor the usage. RFID hack, mobile keys and Bluetooth. Another recent trend in the hotel industry is the switch to contactless access via mobile app-based keys. This system uses near-field communication, NFC, which is a subset of RFID technology. An NFC-enabled device can function as both an NFC reader and an NFC tag, which allows these devices to operate using peer-to-peer communications. Guests download an app to their phones and then download their virtual keys from the cloud. Once downloaded, all they have to do is approach their hotel door, and the Bluetooth-enabled RFID door reader intercepts the signal containing the key, which automatically opens the door. Like RFID, virtual keys can be compromised. There are many how-to videos, articles, and apps that demonstrate how to subvert the built-in security of these devices. Emanation security. Electronic emanation. Hardware or electronic devices emit electronic signals or waves, which, if revealed, can reveal useful information. A Faraday cage. A closed enclosure with external metal mesh that fully surrounds the enclosure, absorbing the electromagnetic signals. White noise. Broadcasting false traffic at all times to mask and hide the presence of real emanations. Control zones. Implementation of zones such that the emanations are controlled within the environment